Oh, man. Oh, man. Things are always working out for everybody. In other words, things are always working out for everybody. And Esther had an awareness of something wonderful, but Esther didn't have any of the what, where, who. Esther just received a little piece of an idea, which she relayed. And then off it went. And by the next morning, the place had been seen, the contract had been signed, the deal is done, the parents are happy, the girl is on her bus route living in the neighborhood where she wants to live. How is that? And we say, how can it not be? How can it not be when there are billions of you, many of you cooperative components to one another, even though you don't want to be and don't know that you are? And the law of attraction still working things out for you because you deserve it, because you're worthy, because it's supposed to go that way, because you have desire. And your inner being, source energy, what man wants to call God, is not saying, oh, wait. I know you want it, but how are you going to prove worthiness to it? In other words, how much suffering are you willing to do? Well, humans do so much suffering, they pinch themselves off from goodness, and then they don't feel worthy, and then they're not expecting of good things, and then they're mad at anybody who gets good things, and then they're mad at everybody who's not living exactly the same way they are. Round and round and round it goes unnecessarily, because when you ask, it is given. 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 Every time, no exceptions ever. The question is, when it is given, what are you doing? Worrying. I'm mad. I'm jealous. I'm frustrated. I'm worried. That's throwing the sand on the trail. That's the stuff you do that doesn't let it flow. You got to find some way to feel different. If stuff like that would work out for me, Abraham, I would feel different. I promise you. Just give me some good stuff and I will feel good. We say that's conditional. And the law of attraction is responding across the board magnificently, perfectly to the vibrational frequency. Otherwise, this universe would be chaotic. But it isn't. It's in perfect balance all the time. It's in perfect balance all the time, no matter how it looks to you. It's in perfect balance. Some sports, she does not like arbitrary refs. She has a front row seat, and if you look real close, you'll see her, come on here, ref. She can see. She's right there up front. He stepped out. Ref didn't see it. That was a foul. Ref didn't see it. That wasn't a foul. Ref thought he saw it. Physical humans are arbitrary. And so you don't trust. But the law of attraction isn't. And your inner being isn't. In other words, there's fairness because you are worthy and you get what you're offering vibrationally. If we could convince you, because we know it so profoundly, that the abundance is there for you, you've just got to unlock yourself to it. It's unlocked to you. Your inner being is aware, and there are all kinds of things that you start to do that your inner being is guiding you about, but you don't hear the guidance. You don't have awareness of it because you're on this track. This is what I've always done. This is how I always think. This is the way it's supposed to be. My parents didn't have any money. Nobody I know has any money. There's no inheritance for me. I'm working too hard. People are taking more than their fair share. Nobody gets me. In other words, there's this momentum that's going that you're keeping active that is working against you. So you want to activate things that work for you. And it takes a little while for them to catch on. But after a little while, everything else just feels weird. It won't be long before it'll be hard for you to remember not having enough money. It'll be hard for you to remember. And sometimes you'll be around somebody else who's complaining, and you'll be sort of tempted to be there for them by explaining how hard it was for you. But then you'll just activate more of that and throw more resistance on your trail and slow your own progress a little bit, because you don't ever have to do that. It's logical that you might, but you don't ever have to do that. So let's not try to find the rightness or the wrongness in the realness or in the game. Let's instead, just for a little while, decide that Path of least resistance means path of most allowance. And what is the path of most allowance leading you to? Your inner being, who is focused upon everything you want and got an avalanche of what you want flowing to you. The path of most allowing, your connection to your inner being and all the things that your inner being is focused upon, that law of attraction is gathered up and that is ready to turn into things in your experience in the most extraordinary ways. If we were standing in your physical shoes, we would say to everyone who is willing to listen to us, starting with children and anybody else close up, the bossy ones especially, I have a new plan for my life. And they'll say, what is it? What is it? What is it? Or they'll say, what is it? What is it? You'll know right away whose side they're on. And you say, I've decided that I'm going to do more things that feel good to me. What do you mean good to you? More things that feel fun and interesting to me. And then say, don't worry, there's a whole lot about you that are fun and interesting to me. I'm not trying to cut you out of anything. I'm just going to reorient myself just for a little while and look for things that feel good to me, because I heard somewhere that if I can do that just for a little while, it doesn't happen instantly, but if I can do that for 3 days, if I can do that for 3 days, if I can put myself first, oh, don't say that to them, they won't like that. If I can choose things that feel better to me for 3 days, that then I'll be stronger, I'll be surer, I'll be luckier, I'll have better timing, I'll see more wonderful things, I'll understand what you mean more clearly. The world will look better. The world will feel better. The world will be better. I'm going to give it 3 days. I'm going to put myself first for 3 days. What does that mean first? Me, not you? No, that's pushing against. Me and you. But I'm not going to leave me out for you. Me and you, co-creating, co-creating, co-creating. This isn't feeling exactly practical to a lot of you. Do any of you have jobs? Do you? Prepare your announcement. And it goes something like this. I love working here. Well, that's not really true. These are your exact words. I love working here. Well, really, that's not entirely true. I want to love working here. But I think I've been going about it a little off because I don't really love working here. And you know how I know? Every morning when I wake up, I don't want to come here. I don't want to do this, but I make myself come anyway. And I can't explain why. Oh yeah, money. I come for the money. I come for practical reasons, but I don't want to orient myself for practical reasons so much anymore. I want to orient myself for joyful reasons, for reasons of alignment, because I think that there's a flow of abundance that I'm pinching off by protecting this puny little stream that comes through this job. I'm miserable here. I don't mean to be. You all just make me feel that way. We're getting a little carried away. But I've decided, this is my announcement to all of you. I want to like being here. And so I'm going to spend my time looking for the things about here that are easy for me to love. I'm not going to make anything up. I don't like that, and I don't like that, and I don't like that, but that's not what I'm going to be focused upon. I'm going to be focused upon what's here that I do like. I like that it's an existing business and that it makes things happen. I like that there's revenue flowing and that I get to be part of it. I like that there are other people here, and I like that we are different in who we are, and I like the collective whole that we possibly can be. And I like the part that I could play. Not so much the part I am playing, but I like the potential of the part that I could play. I'm looking forward to this shift that's taking place in me, and I think I found the formula. I think owning up to how I feel, I don't like being here, and then acknowledging what I really want. I want to like being here, and then saying that about every place I am, because every place I am, I figured it out. Every place I am, every person, place, and thing has the potential of showing me things wanted and showing me things not wanted. And I've been trying for a long time. Say this to anybody who'll listen. I've been trying so hard to get everything lined up so that people would behave the way I needed them to behave so that I could feel good, and it's not working. It's not even working a little bit. So I've decided to go about this in another way. I've decided to look for things that are already good, and I believe that that will spread into more and more and more and more and more and more things. And so, friends at my workplace, I'm so glad that you've listened to me one by one, or all in the room where I caught you all at the break room at the same time, or any of you that are listening at all. I'm glad that you've heard me say this, because this is my proclamation to myself. I'm going to be happy, damn it. I'm going to be happy. I deserve it. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to feel good. I want more time off. I want to be paid more for what I do. I want more ideas to flow into my mind. I want to be respected for the ideas that flow. I want to collaborate on a more firm footing with all of you. I want to be the one that brings the best out of you. I want to be in the room when you think of something that you've never thought of before. I want to be the catalyst. I want to be the good feeling reason that you are having ideas that you've never had before. I want to be the one that when you think of me, you feel good when you think of me, because I feel good when I think of you. I want to be the one that makes lists of your positive aspects, so much so that when I walk into a room with my marbles and you walk into a room with your marbles, because I've practiced my good feeling marbles about you, you feel good about you when I'm anywhere near you, because that's the way the law of attraction works. I'm not trying to fix the whole world, just my world, just the world that's around me. And right now it's you guys, so watch out, because I'm going to be happy whether you like it or not. And then tell your family, tell your kids, tell your mates, tell your friends, tell anybody that'll listen. What you doing? Looking for something to feel good about? Here? Yeah, I'm good at it. I can find it anywhere. That's how I'm wired. And the more I look, the more I find, and the more I find, the more of law of attraction puts me in places where there's a higher and higher and higher and higher percentage of things that I want to see everywhere I go. And a lot of the world looks at me and says, why are you the lucky one? Because I got honestly selfish. We've enjoyed this interaction, this leading edge conversation, this newfound empowerment. We're appreciating everything that you are, and we're so eager about what's coming next for you. What is, and your realization of it. What is, and your realization of it. There's great love here for you, and for now, we are complete.